Welcome to our overview of Field Magic. In today's demonstration of our mobile application, we'll be taking you through some of the workflows in the application to show you how you can complete and manage your day-to-day tasks. On our screen, we can see today's tasks, which shows us a summary of all of the things we need to do today. We can see at a glance the name of the task, the customer's name, as well as the address of the customer that we need to go to. Let's go and start today with our annual smoke detector inspection. By drilling down into that task, we can see some additional information, including the ability to navigate to the customer. So we can click over here, and this will open up a nice mobile screen that navigates to the job. Now, Field Magic will support both Apple Maps, Google Maps, and also Waze. Basically, any application that's installed on your phone for your mapping, Field Magic will remember your preference and use that application the next time you need to navigate to the customer. Going back into Field Magic, we can also see the specific notes. So yeah, we need to inspect and service all of our smoke detectors. And we can also see any site-specific notes, which in this case, we need to access the site via Gate 3, and we need to use a passcode to enter that property. Now that we're going off to the site, let's go and start tracking our time with our time tracker at the bottom. Yeah, we can either do a manual time entry, or if you like, we can just hit the Start Travel button, which will start tracking our time as we're going to the job, and run that timer in the background. As soon as you get to the job, you can just hit that button, and that'll then switch to the job timer. Great, so now that we're on the job, we can access our tools over here to have a look at what information we have accessible to us for this specific job. Here we can see that we can access our assets. We can also access a history of materials that were used on that job, any past task history, any job files as well. We can take a photo and also create a task, as well as contact any of our key contacts at that site and place a phone call to them. Let's go and have a look at some of our assets there. Here we can see we've got a few different assets that have been started, some that have failed, and we can see some that have been completed, which are green. And we've got an asset at the bottom that we still need to service, which is in orange. So to service that, simply tap on the asset that pops up a box, and we can simply go and record the status as either a pass or a fail. In this case, I'm going to fail the smoke detector, and I'm going to put some notes over here as to why I failed this. So maybe it's faulty. And I can then go, and if we need to quote for a replacement, I can recommend a product to fix, which will be used in our quotation for repairing or replacing a product. So yeah, I'm just going to go and say we need a new item, and we'll simply go and save that. Great, so now we've got all of our assets completed. If we need to add a new asset to that site or add a replacement, we can also go and either manually type in a number at the top to store a new asset number, and that'll go and search the system to see if there's an existing asset number, in which case there's nothing that's been found, then we can create a new asset. An alternative option is if you're using barcodes or QR codes, we've also got a built-in QR code barcode scanner. And to use that, you just have to tap on that button. That'll bring up the camera in the system. In this case, we've got the camera open, and we just need to hover it over a barcode, and that'll detect the barcode and then register that. Let's get the camera to focus. And what it'll do is search the system for that asset. If it's not found, we can simply then go and tag that with the new barcode sticker that we're using. So we've got the new asset, it's correctly tagged, and we can fill out any information, including location. So let's go and say this one is on floor 3. We can put any notes, and we can also store some specific information, such as maybe the type. We can include the battery load, and if we like, we can include the expiry dates as well. Okay, and then save that. And then that asset is now ready to service, and we can simply tap it and go and pass it. Another great tool in FieldMagick is our ability to capture customer signatures and additional photos on the job. So what we're going to do now is, once we've completed that job, we'll access our checklists at the bottom, and we can see a pre-attached customer sign-off form that we can continue to fill out. So here we've got some instructions for the customer to read. They can then enter in their name, so maybe you were John Smith, and we can capture then the signature on the iPad just using your finger, so we can capture that agreement there. Okay, and of course then attach any additional photos, and then finally save our checklist, which we can then email off to the customer together with our service report. We can then go and stop our job timer. So simply go and click Stop Job. That will take us to the summary screen where we can review our times, put some notes, and if the task is complete, simply flag that task as complete, and then click Save, which will complete that task and get rid of it from the list. So now we can see that task will disappear, and we can then continue servicing the rest of our jobs for the day.